The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hey, fellas, very good morning to you guys. It is Monday. Bernard, buenos dias. Randy, Sue. Oh, you're welcome, Jacques. Anytime, anytime. Ryan, good morning. Ryan, I got your email, by the way, for a one-on-one, and I went to respond and forgot to do it. I'll send you back an email today. Guys, good morning. It is Monday, May 4th. Chad, good morning. And markets are rolling over again, or at least trying to roll over. Small sellers coming in to the session. Nasdaq just over 300. There are sellers in silver, sellers in gold, although gold had again another humongous push up overnight. Sellers in the ES. The only place I see net buying at the moment, sellers in bonds. The only place I see net buying at the moment is crude. Oh, thank you, Dana. I'll check it. I left it on just for you. Really? I mean, you can't argue with it, right? But at the end of the day, let's see, fired up the bots in Sim at 6. You're up $2,600 in closed trades with 3 still going. Nice job. For those of you guys that are here on trial, I want to welcome you to the room. I think we have maybe 8 trials this week. I'm not sure if any of my trials are in the room yet, but guys, good morning and welcome. I'm quickly going through the list. I don't see any of the trials in the room yet. Salem, good morning. I see you. Bernard, Stephen. He ran them overnight, I'm guessing. Good morning to Ian. Good morning. It's going to be a nice day in Atlanta for you. We've had some great two-sided action, in the indices, and I'll show you guys the charts. Let me quickly read the disclaimer, and then we'll get to some charts. Great. Love when I've got to find the thing. Here we go. U.S. government required disclaimer. Futures and options trading has large potential rewards, but also large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the futures and options markets. Do not trade with money you can't afford to lose. This website is neither a solicitation nor an offer to buy or sell futures or options. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those discussed on the website. Past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. CFTC Rule 4.41, hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Since trades have not been executed, results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general, are subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those shown. There is your disclaimer. Yeah, we're pulling back. Guys, it appears we're once again potentially on the cusp of a conflict with China of sorts. I'm sure you guys are all following the news over the weekend. Yes, log in again, Brad. Yep. And we're getting our pullback now. Yeah, Nasdaq was a short up around 67. Guys, just quickly looking at, for instance, the Nasdaq. I mean, we've seen some great two-sided action with the bots. So going back to 3 o'clock this morning or so. Well, that's before. but we had a pretty nice short in here at 4 o'clock. We got this long in here. Targets all hit. We got another short in here. Targets hit. And then we get this long. So the last 4 trades up and down, targets have all been hit on the Nasdaq. Ninja Brokerage has lowered the ES to its normal margins of 500. The rest are 2 times normal margins. Crude is down to $4,650 with Ninja. They were like 47,000 last week. For the benefit of my trial members and probably at the bore of my current members, I'm going to quickly go through. I don't have many trials in the room yet, but as I record these sessions and I send these out, I will. I'm just going to go quickly through the bot. Most of you are here on trial to see the bot. The robot is based on a multi-time frame analysis of moving averages. The robot itself, for those of you guys that are on trial, the robot itself, based on a multiple of average true range, will identify stops and targets and auto trail as such. If any of you guys have specific questions, please let me know. Currently, the only bots that I have running are silver and ZB. Well, gold. We'll turn gold on at this point. Gold is already in long, so unless gold rolls over, we're not getting a trade. Chart, any instrument on any time frame. Okay? Now, in the past, some of my favorite charts were Unirenko and 15 range charts, 13 or 15 range charts. When the volatility increased over the last couple of months, we've gotten away from those smaller time frames. So the only bots that I'm running right now, and I'll give you, and you'll see the totals at the end, and you'll see that whenever they fire a trade, I will show the trades, or just before, I'll show the trades as they enter, etc. I'm generally running now on all of the indices that I have an interest in, the Nasdaq, the ES. I don't trade the YM. I do have Russell, which I generally don't trade anyways, but they're running on 3-minute time frames. Okay, so I've gotten rid of the Unirenkos and the smaller time frames because the volatility was so severe that they were just too small to trade. I'm also running a 3-minute on gold and a 3-minute on crude. In addition to that, I am running a 377 tick on gold, and I'm running a 500 tick on crude as well. ZB, we've identified what it has been a very, okay, Brad, good. What has been a very profitable overall time frame, which is a 4 range. And then on silver, we've identified a 6 range. So primarily I'm running 3-minute time frames. And if there, again, we get fewer trades. It's a lot more fun to be, especially on a trial when we're running Unirenkos and 15 ranges and we're getting trades every 8 minutes. But while we get fewer trades, last week the robots combined did a little over 8,900 in gross. That's amongst the charts that I've given you. But you can run it on anything. So if you're someone who trades corn or soybeans, we would have to identify and find viable time frames. But no, there's track records for more than 1 day. No, if you go to the website, and you go to performance, these are all statements. Okay. These are all live trades in a live brokerage account. You can see my account number and corresponding statements. Now, it would be impossible for me to post 300 or however many trade days there are in the year, 200 and some odd, whatever it is. I mean, I would have 75 pages of trades, especially if you get 3, 4, 5 trades, 6 trades a day. But if you go to the website, there are a number of trades there. Good morning, Todd. Very good morning to you. I don't think we have anything in the way of news today or earnings of any real interest. So somebody asked me in education on Saturday, and I forgot who it was. It may have been, I want to say it was Bernard, asked me, the bot is live, guys. The bot just took a gold trade. Bernard may have asked me if you could trade the robot with the chart trader hidden. You can. Joel just responded to me. So in any event, guys, I'm long gold. This is a bot trade. This is a live trade, one contract. This is a live trade. It's going to have to get up through what looks like resistance here at 18, maybe 1 or 2, a little bit more here. But this is a bot trade, guys. So for those of you that are on trial, this is the first trade, guys, on the 377 tick after 8 o'clock. Gold is trading into resistance in here. Yes, it is, Salem, and you own it. Yeah, and I'll go through all of that toward the end of the week. I don't have crude on yet. It's already in longs. I don't have the indices on. They're already in longs and targets have been hit. So we need a reversal in the indices. You guys can look at the chart here. Down here, this 15 range. And we're trading in. We're trying to get above the 34. If we can get up probably above 19, 1 or 2, I will probably move that target out to the second target. Yeah, I see that. Oh, yeah, it did. I see that 7:54 on the 3-minute. I just turned it on, Dana, at 8 o'clock. So we're now above the 34. We are trading into some resistance, but again, the bot has identified our targets. There's 14 ticks. 4 ticks shy of first target. Our first target is right at the top of the resistance. If it breaks through that 19.7, call it maybe 20.1 or so, right here, I think you'll get that second target for if you're trading multiples. Okay. What was the entry? 15, 8, and 15. Okay. That's the second target. I mean, I don't see why gold should be longs, right? This is what's got to break right here. If gold can get above 19.7, it's going. 21.8, 23.9, possibly 26. We got 5-minute resistance up there at 19.7. So it's given 14 ticks. It gave 14 ticks. Didn't miss first target by 3 ticks. Good morning, John.
Order submitted.
And we're getting a pullback into a trend line here. I really want to see this area hold 16.4. I don't really see any movement in crude. Dollar index back below 100. Right now it's all sellers, fellas.
Order canceled.
This is where I'll kill the trade. 15. It's going to come down.
Order filled.
You can kill that trade. It's coming down. Now it's going to give you a short. It won't give us a short on that bot.
Order filled.
Bonds just shorted on the robot. Here's ZB. So that's the only trade I'll take now on the 377. That's it. If the 3 minute rolls over, I'll take it on the 3 minute. Hey, Dean. Good morning.
Target filled.
First target filled on the bot on ZB. First target filled.
Target filled.
Both targets filled on bonds. Both targets filled on bonds. 3 contracts, $500. I still don't I mean, I have gold potentially rolling over, but I don't really have it as a short. We're still in longs. It may roll, but
Order filled.
gold could come all the way. If gold breaks this minor support area at about 13, gold could come actually all the way down to 08.9. We're going to play with VWAP again, but ES is at resistance here. If ES can get up maybe through 5.5, 6, I don't think it's going far. I mean, 6.5, maybe 8. Hang on one second, fellas. This is a 3-minute gold short. I didn't have the
Target filled.
both targets hit. I got my target as well. Okay. All right, guys. Anybody that took the 3, that was a live trade. All right, fellas. Yeah, that was a bot trade. One and done, Alan. Perfect. Yeah, Salem, that was a bot trade. Live. That was. So let me show you. I've got so many running, I don't half the time pay attention. And so the bot shorted here, 13.6. First target was identified by the bot at 17 ticks, hit. Second target, 34 ticks, hit. Now I had a target further down, 089, and it came to 08. So and again, for any of the trials that watch this later, okay, I do and will trade my product with a live account. I don't know any other purveyor of robotic system or frankly any other system that will actually put their own money into their product. For instance, if you look at Able Systems, which is $6,000 system, they clearly state in their disclaimer they have never, in over 10 years, never traded a live account. They've never traded live money. My dormant info is up. It's right here, Stephen. There's my account. Here. I show my account. Right there. That's my live account. That's a real cash live account. Correct, Salem. Yep. It's not the settings. The settings come. The basic settings are pre-configured, which you can change, right? And we'll teach you how to change them and what it is you're looking for, and that's for any of the members, right? But what we've done is we have identified. So, for instance, if you decide to join, become a member, if you go to the website and you go to the member area, we have already identified a number of charts which historically have proven to be of value. Now, that doesn't mean that, again, I don't trade, for instance, soybeans or, I don't know, frozen concentrated orange juice. I mean, you may want to trade those things. We would have to then identify settings that worked on those instruments, which I don't trade them. We haven't done so. But you can use the bot. And in fact, I'll go so far as this. If you have a Thinkorswim account, anybody that may have a Thinkorswim account, you can actually plug your Thinkorswim data into Ninja and get equity data. So one of my members who works for Ninjacators has the bot. I'm waiting on him to send me some screenshots because he's trading stocks with the robot. I sent him an email last night, which he may not have seen yet, asking him to send me some screenshots of equity trades. But the robot is currently built for NinjaTrader 8 platform. You can get stock data, Bernard. I'm not sure how you coordinate the Thinkorswim platform with Ninja, but I can put you in touch with Bill, and he can tell you. But in any event, Salem, it's currently programmed for the Ninja 8 platform. It is also programmed for Sierra charts and now the MT5 platform, which we are in the process of working out a few bugs. But I'm not the MT5 platform. I'm not sure where you live, but the MT5 platform is not. I don't believe is being used in the U.S. I can do the MT4 if I have a need for it, but the MT5 platform is huge outside of the U.S. But on the MT5, you can trade not only Forex, but you can trade futures as well. AMP promotes MT5. They do. And gold is still getting hit. Let them hit it. Let them hit it. I mean, we're out of the trade. It did its job. It made money. I'll have to look at that. May get a bounce long in here. Mnuchin saying not all paycheck protection funds have been committed yet. All right, fellas, what time? 8:30. So currently, I'm running ZB. That's up 500, one trade. I'm running silver, which did not take a trade and is following gold into the abyss at the moment. If silver goes long, it'll take a trade, but will not take a trade. I'm running gold, obviously. I've shown that. My 377 would not have taken a trade. So for the benefit of Salem, who's asked some questions, and possibly any other trials that have meandered in, it would not have taken this short on my 377. You guys will notice it's against a green background. So my time frames, if you'll notice on the left up here that I'm asking the bot to correlate to, would have been green, hence the green background. It will not take that trade. Crude took a short and came one tick to first target and is now reversing or trying to reverse into a long. You could do this hidden to save chart space. So crude is in a short currently on the bot. Came one tick to first target while I was gone. Anybody in gold? Is there anybody that took gold? It's a hell of a trade, fellas. While I was gone, gold took this. Yeah, I mean, 3 minutes where it's at, the bigger time frames. Took that long, got both targets, 68 ticks while I was gone. Got your target, nice. Yeah, RB, yeah, I had a long at 76.49 and a better long at 97. You took it at 67. Nice trade. Nice trade. Indices are into longs here, fellas. Before the open. I, again, don't have the bots on yet. Yeah, I didn't have it on, David. 918, it's already hit first target. And again, I won't turn these on until, I mean, you could theoretically turn them on now. Unless they roll completely over, it isn't going to matter. ES is also going to take a long. I don't think the ES can get much above 10, at least on the first push. We'll see. So we're almost the first target here on crude. One tick from first target again.
Target filled.
There it is, first target filled. Gold's right back into the middle of its opening range. Yeah, there's some updates that I haven't been able to do in the only bot I can't turn on is Russell. It's frozen. Nasdaq is trying to dump. Nasdaq's looking like a short to me, guys. So Bernard, while we're here, if you go to the member area and you look at anybody short Nasdaq or YM's coming down nicely. If you look at chart number 18, which is the Nasdaq in the member area, all of my other 3-minute charts are set to that same setting. Okay? We finished about 850 million to sell. Gold, guys, is longs. ES is going to short on the bot. ES is going to short. Crude pushing back up.
Order filled.
All right, ES is short on the bot. Nasdaq holding some support. It was a nice little short if you caught it. Nasdaq held support down near 50. A break of 50 and the Nasdaq's going to get hit again. Yeah, it's all based on, Salem, it's all based on average true range of the instrument. So that the targets and stops are not static. They're dynamic. And they will change from hour to hour. So in 4 hours time, yeah, no worries. You feel free to ask any questions. I can watch charts and answer your questions. So the bot is determining based on the instrument and the average true range, and then a multiple thereof, stops and targets. Gold should get to 17.5 from here. It's just got a claw above 15 or so, if anybody's long gold. It's a big green candle for 55 buyers in the Nasdaq. Here comes the ES. Trying to press lower. ES, guys, if it gets below 92.50, could start working all the way down to 87 slowly, but down to 87. Crude's out. Crude is looking like it wants to short. Trying to get first target here on the ES, guys, at 4 handles on the bot. There, first target filled on the ES. On the bot, it's gone break even. I'm using the break even button. Nasdaq is attempting. And the Russell, I still can't move my chart. So the ES, guys, has gone break even +1. See if we can get that second target. Could bounce back to 93 to 95, right up where the original entry was. There's nothing else in a trade, just the ES. Nasdaq is trying to short. Nasdaq is trying to short on the bot. So you see how just because one instrument's in a short, they're not all in a short. Russell is not either. But again, I can't turn it on yet. That chart is frozen. Nothing in bonds. I mean, the ES really should come down to 87.5 before it finds any support. All right, I'm going to take that off. I'm just going to close it out.
Order filled.
I'm out. 525 on the ES. It's done. I really don't want, if the ES breaks below 53.50, I can't even do that, Floyd. Oh no, I can adjust it now. It's slowed down. There we go. It's on. It must have just been huge volume. I'm good. Thank you. Jeff, I use that merely as further indication or confirmation of my trade, right? So if I'm short, I want to see continued sellers. If I'm long, I want to see buyers, right? All right, Nasdaq, what do you want to do here? Chop around in a small wedge. ES just hit second target. I took the trade off, but it hit second target, 6 handles. Any questions, guys? So crude is playing the crude game. Nothing. Nasdaq looks like it wants longs back up to 67, 87. See what happens if we get up there and we fail. No, we trade until about 11:30, Salem, and then I'll shut the bots off. There are times, like for instance, like with gold, if sometimes some of these instruments will be up, huge.
Order filled.
and I'll elect to turn them off if they're up $1,500. Bernard, I mean, I don't, and I'll tell you guys, I'm shutting them off, etc.
Order filled.
I'll tell them, I'll tell you guys, look, I've, this has made money and I'm shutting it off, etc. Okay. So we're coming into that, what I see as support, and hang on one second, guys. And I'll tell you guys, look, I'm up X amount of dollars, and I'm going to take I'm going to shut them down. Gold on the 3-minute just hit its target. Yep, absolutely, Bernard. Gold is going to break its 30-minute opening high, guys. Anybody take this trade at 10.9? So for those of you that are on trial, clearly we're showcasing the bot. But I also offer order flow trades based on what I'm seeing in order flow. Nasdaq's still trying to work up. It's in a resistance zone. Nasdaq can get back to 87 if it can break out above, 88, 88 half. It could get to 92, 93. Crude is back above its opening range high. Crude is longs, guys. Crude has some small resistance at 80, 79, 80. Right now, there are no bot trades. There are no bot trades. I have no bot trades on. Indices are all in longs. Brad, how about we get together today at 12 noon? Okay? 12 noon today on Skype. Nasdaq's short. Nasdaq looks like it wants to short back down to 57. $57 would be 58, maybe first target. Small sellers in the Nasdaq, 360, 370. Well, we got to 62. I still think we have to come down. ES can ES should work back up to 27.99. It may go slowly, but 27.99 is where it should get back up to. Nasdaq's chopping around on a 5-minute range in like nowheresville. There are no trades. Gold on the 3-minute may roll over, but and the 377 as well, but there are no bot trades, guys. Again, for trials, the bots have taken some trades. They've done well. I have a target on the ES if you're an ES trader at 99. Russell's trying to turn up. Russell's going to go long on the bot.
ECB is putting their PETP holdings totaling 118.8 billion euro as of last week, up from 96.7 billion the week prior. A little more than 15 minutes now into the U.S. trading session.
Yeah, it's trying, the Russell.
Trading down 20 points, the S&P down 28, handling Nasdaq deposit down 40, the U.S. 10-year yield at 63 basis points, up 2 basis points. We've seen yields move up since the announcement of the corporate offering. Dollar index is up 4 tenths.
Going to get a small short on the Nasdaq again.
99.43 at the dollar index.
It's holding support at 70.5. It's got to break 70.5. It should move a little bit lower. There it goes.
76 back to unchanged on the day. The highest today in the oil markets. European equity came lower by about 2 to 4%. That's after being out on holiday on Friday.
In order to get another ES trade, it has to go long. In order to get a Nasdaq trade, it has to go short. Russell is attempting. Anybody long the ES? Anybody in Nasdaq? Anybody in anything? Okay. Russell's trying to go long. Yields are rising. Bonds have pulled back. Just taking the one trade. Targets hit. Morning, Chris. No, if you're taking them in sim, that's great. If you want to share that. I mean, overall, it's over. Yeah, you're usually one of the first guys here. You haven't missed a whole lot. It's kind of a putrid Monday. I do have a target of 99 on the ES. Nasdaq's pushing a 5-minute trend line up here.
Order filled.
All right, Russell filled along on the bot. I don't have much hope for these longs, but we'll see. Boy, are we getting overextended here. ES at 98. My target was 99, fellas. 98 quarter we hit. Target was 99. And 450 bucks, 60 bucks, 80 bucks on the Russell. There's your 99 target on the ES. Anybody that took that? Next target up is 0350. 0350. Almost the first target on. Hey, Ryan, good job. The bot's smarter than me, guys. We can, Robert. The bot is smarter than me. Hit first target to the tick. It didn't fill it. Did not fill. We hit to the tick. I'll take 2 off, guys.
Target filled.
We hit to the tick. 62 ticks to the tick. Nasdaq's going to push up to 16 quarter. Above that, it starts working to 87.30. I don't use a 377 on it, Bernard. I don't use it. I'm only using 3-minute time frames on all of my indices. That's it. I am not trading. Yeah, the volatility is too high. I mean, in the summer months, or when when the VIX goes to a more normal level, someday we'll get back there. The small time frame stuff is awesome. YM back up to VWAP. Gold, I still have longs, but it's uber slow. Crude, dead quiet. RB is pinging around, but most of you guys don't trade that. Bonds are already in a short, and we've gotten target, so there's nothing to do on bonds. There's my 03 half target on the ES. It's 10-handle trade, guys, if anybody took it. It was 6 handles to the first target. So again, for those of you that are on trial, in the room, we have the robots, and then I offer what I'm seeing on order flow to complement the robots, especially when the bots are quiet. We got that 16 quarter target on the Nasdaq. I don't have a 3-minute on silver. You have a 3-minute chart on silver? Oh, the 6 range. Mine hasn't taken a trade. It hasn't taken a trade all day. Did it miss one? No. I mean, it's a humongous sell, but the time frames were incongruent. Yours is up 1,200? Well, if this pops up and then rolls over, I'll get the trade, but I would expect silver to bid. Silver looks like, if I look at a little bit bigger time frame, it looks like it's consolidating. Next level up for the Nasdaq, 87.28, 87.29. Oh, okay, so you're not using the 15-minute. Okay. I'm waiting for crude to roll over. Here comes 28, 29 area on the Nasdaq. If we break out above 87.28, 29, call it 87.30, we go to 42. Give me 1 minute, fellas. All right, guys. Nasdaq is trying to turn up. I mean, the ES is trying to turn up. Russell is bidding its brains out here. Gold chopping around sideways. Nasdaq could come back down to 86.97. 86.97. ES lost the up move. Gold traded to its 30-minute opening range high and failed. I got nothing here, guys, other than a fairly slow, typical Monday, I guess. I don't have much. That opening range move was nice. This will fire a trade at the close of the candle, whenever that is. God, look at crude, over 20 bucks. Jeez. There's the ES on a bot trade, guys. No, got to 12. 11.5. Should get 12.75. It should get that first target. It's going to be dicey. If you guys are in it and you want to take ticks, at 12.75 is pretty good resistance. It's pushing resistance in here. But that 13 area is the day low from Friday. I'll show you what I'm looking at. This is the ES on a daily. See, it's pushing this 13 quarter here. You guys may want to take your ticks. It's your prerogative, but we're pushing resistance here on the daily. I think we can get 12.75, but I mean, we could get to 40, but this can go back to 28.40. 12.50. This will be where I shut it off, guys. This will be the last trade the ES takes. There it is. Hit 7.5 to, got it. Break even +1 now. Okay? So if you guys want to move your target out, it's free at this point. If ES gets above 28.20, we could get back to 40, 28.40. Bots are tearing it up again, guys. Tearing it up. Do I have any trial members that came in late? If any of my trial members have questions, please feel free to ask. If you guys came in late, I will, of course, convert this video and I send it out to trial members every day. If anybody has questions, feel free to ask.
S&P down 10. The dollar index has moved lower, giving back some of the early gains at 99.38, still up 0.3%. The VIX is trading higher by 3.5%, also relinquishing some gains.
So for my newer members, if you guys did not attend education on Saturday morning, we talked about the charts that I'm using. We talked about the charts that I'm using. 1 and 2, Craig, that was an education on Saturday. I sent the video out. If there's anybody that did not get the educational video, let me know. Close that out. All right, guys. So I closed out the runner, right? I know we're into resistance. Okay? I'm going to shut this bot off for the day. The ES bot, for me, is done for the day. Now, it won't take a trade unless it goes massively short anyways. But the ES has taken 2 trades. 1,062.50 on 2 trades. It's done. I mean, you can keep pushing it if you'd like, but it's a $1,000 day just on the ES. 2 trades, fellas. Nasdaq has not taken a trade. Russell got second target, 104 ticks. I closed that runner out on the pullback, but I'll shut that off for the day. It's not going to take a trade. I mean, we generally leave the room 11:30, 11:45, etc. Unless this shorts, there is no more trade. So the ES is up $1,062. The Russell is up 610. That's a good day. You're not going to get another trade unless it shorts, right? Bonds up $500 on 1 trade. So unless this goes long, you are not getting another trade. But gosh, I just don't know how bonds are not longs. The only thing that's down is crude. Somebody want to tell me what I did wrong? I'll tell you. It took this trade. it got first target, pulled back here, and then went. So crude is down 500 bucks. ES has not taken a trade. Not been a trade. I mean, the Nasdaq, not taking a trade. And the probabilities are it doesn't look like it's going to. Gold is up 700. So the only thing we've got down today, I missed a short. Dang it. I missed a Nasdaq short. I would short it on a pullback to 40 quarter maybe. There it is. I don't think we're going far in the Nasdaq, guys. I think it's coming down to 26. That's my area of support, down around 26.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
26 is your target. Gold is flat. Like a goof. And we'll play it out. We're stuck at VWAP, which I don't dig. This is a tough trade. It's got to come down through 11.6 and you'll get that target. But I, forgot to shut it off. That's why we have a universal shutoff button, which I did not hit. On the 3 minute, it's sitting on some support. It's trying to roll. The 3 minute's going to roll. It's got to break 11.6. If 11.6 breaks, you'll get your target if you're short 377. This should not be on. Well, it broke 11.6. It's got some minor support here at 10.9. That's got to break.
Target filled.
Look at that. Bot smarter than me again. Right up here. If you go to all bots off, that shuts every bot off. One push. Once again, the bot's smarter than me.
Order filled.
Now it's off. It's up 1,200. It's off and done. The 377. This was the short. I didn't have the bot off, and it got first target at 20 ticks. It just got second target at 39. So you guys have heard me say it 1,000 times before. The bot is a far better trader than I, and completely unemotional. And there's your 31 again on the Nasdaq. ES, I mean, you could probably short 06 half to 05, and then below that 04. Bonds are coming down. Bonds are breaking that support at 14. Bonds could work down to 180. I mean, I'm not much of a ZB trader, but 180. There's bonds. There's no bot trade because it's already in shorts and hit targets. Boy, this market is just putrid. So here's crude on a 3-minute short. Let's see if we can get a dang trade out of crude. I do have it in shorts. I mean, I kind of like this short. Crude has been conspicuously quiet today. And the 500 tick is wanting a short as well. That would be the first trade on the 500 tick today. You can see that better. Coming into the top of the hour, guys, we've got about 32 minutes left in the Europe session.
Order filled.
$500 tick is short. Now we're getting a nice little pullback in the indices. We could trade all the way back to 87.09.
Columbia April PMI manufacturing at 27.6, down from 49.3 prior.
Anybody ever remember seeing crude this slow? Have a blessed day.
Statement from the Danish bank saying they have not intervened in the foreign exchange market in the month of April.
Crude did not have a down day last week on the bot. Not one. How would it do that, Rick? I don't know how that could be programmed. I mean, ultimately, as a trader, you have to, any of us have to be able to look at the markets and say, are these tradable markets? I mean, do I really want to be pushing buttons? If I look at the Nasdaq right now, I would have no interest in trading the Nasdaq. None. I mean, the markets were really quiet. We had that opening breakout, but short of that, here's the thing. Well, yeah, so am I. But I mean, let me just move this for a second. Common sense, as traders, we have to be able to look at markets and say, look, the bots can't identify, a choppy market. They can't identify rain. They can't identify a tornado. They're not programmed to do any of that. All they're programmed to do is take a trade in the direction of a move. That's it. Right? That's it. And we know that there are certain probabilities that occur when that happens. Typically, when this happens, we get a desired result. Now, again, you guys can look at these markets yourselves and say, are these markets that I want to trade? I mean, these markets today are largely positional trading. I mean, you're sitting in trades forever. I mean, this is not typical of what we've seen over the past, certainly few months. This to me looks very much like summer trading, where you're in a position and, I mean, trades develop very, very, very slowly. It's just crazy when, crude moves like a rocket ship at 5:30 in the morning, and then we get into our cash session, and it, a small breeze will blow it over. It's just sitting. I mean, the ES is stuck in the middle of a 5-minute candle. Crude, in order to come down, really, if it's going to come lower, it really has to come through 1966. Now, I don't know that we don't get a sell. Look at these net buyers here. 13. There's nothing. 9, 8. They're trading singles. 5, 4. Where's the volume?
Saudi central bank affirming their commitment to the dollar peg quite frequently. Again, the Saudi real is pegged to the U.S. dollar. Saudi central bank in that position.
We didn't get a trade today in the Nasdaq. It's been in an uptrend all morning. All morning. We haven't had a trade on the bot. Conversely, the ES has taken 2. The Russell has taken 1, and not a trade on the Nasdaq. Indices moving back up. Back down through 85 or so could start this move back lower on crude. Gold is trying to get a bid in here. 10.9 again. That was the entry I gave much earlier. Look at these candles. Look at this. Currencies are slower. Dollar index really doing nothing. YM is trying to move higher, it looks like. I mean, crude has been up all day, right? I would expect a pullback into the close of Europe. I would expect a pullback. And we're back to entry on the 3-minute. Basically held entry. Again, if crude comes down below 1966, it could work all the way back down to 1927. But 66 is kind of the Rubicon. Swing here is at 73. If we break 66, the likelihood is we're getting both those targets. There's down to 70. It's trying. We held 67. What did I tell you? If we break 66, likelihood is we get both those targets. It's got to break 66. Held support by a tick. I can see it on a 5-minute chart. Nasdaq right back up at its resistance level. If it fails here, you might get a short with a 69.50 stop.
Order filled.
"15 minutes to Europe."
Target filled.
Yes, it is, Bernard. Nasdaq should pull back to 41. If you guys want a short, it's there with a 69 stop is what I see. Hey, Jim. Again, if this crude can get down below 66, you'll get those targets. Nasdaq on any push lower is along about 42 for a bounce is what I see. 41.5. Best stop maybe 31.5. It's 10 handles. Look at this crude. Russell is coming down. You guys have a Nasdaq short. You have a Nasdaq short. 51, 50, 52. Your stop has to be 69. Best I have. This crude, oh my goodness, it's slow. Gold is trying to turn up again on the 377. If gold can get up above 13, it goes long. 12 minutes, we're out of Europe. Again, a break of 66, and crude's coming. Let's see if we can get 73 first. There we go. Got to get 66, guys. We got 67 here. Got to get 66, and it's to first target. At least first target. Look at that. Seven tick bounce on nothing. 30 contracts. This trade fired at 10:57. It's been on 25 minutes. 25 minutes. There it goes.
Target filled.
Told you if it broke 66, we're getting first target. There you go, fellas. Now it's going to go, crude should come down to 1924, ultimately.
Target filled.
First target hit on the 500 tick. So on the 3-minute, I'm using the break even button. So it's break even plus 1. Okay. On the 500 tick, I had the trail on. I didn't have break even on, but I've moved it to break even plus 2. Okay. So any questions on that trade, fellas? I mean, that was a excruciatingly slow developing trade. All right, you can. I'm going to take this. Well, maybe not. It's out.
Order filled.
Turn it off. All right, so the 500 tick will close it out at $480 green. And then I'll go through everything, guys, that the bots traded today. Europe is done in a few minutes here. Come on, Crude, come get that final target. 15 ticks, let's go.
Just a few minutes ahead of the class.
Excuse me, fellas.
Stock's 50 down about 4% as well as we head into the close. The euro to trade
Come on.
109.12.
Come on.
Down about 0.6% on the day for the euro.
held that 5. All right, guys, I'm going to close this out.
Order filled.
It's off. So, and that may come to target. So let me give you the totals. Okay. So for the bots today, they are now all off, right? Once again, got a universal shut off. All my bots are off. Your bots combined today, we're up $12.99. Okay. CL on the 3 minute after starting out down was plus $40. No great shakes. CL, and it's going to get that second target. CL on the 500 tick was plus 480. One trade today. Okay? That's CL. ZB today, one trade. Starting to turn up. ZB plus 500. One trade. RTY, one trade, up 610. On the bot. One trade. Okay? GC on the 377 tick plus 1200. On the 3 minute, if you guys recall, I took the 3 minute trade. Here, I took that trade live and got better than the 34 ticks. But if we just count what would have been, this would have been up 680. Okay? Plus my live trade, which I won't count. There was no trade in the ES, no trade in silver. No trade in the Nasdaq, no trade in silver. And then ES was up 1,062.50. So for those of you guys keeping score at home, your bot total today was $4,572.50. $45.72.50. That's your bot trade total today on very few trades, guys. Anybody have any questions? Kind of an ugly trade, guys. You saw how slow crude was to get to a target. It's just kind of a poopish trade. Be that as it may. Bots had a great day. Did not take many trades. 2 on the ES. 1 in the Russell. 1 in crude on the 500 tick. 2 on the 3 minute. Gold, I don't know how many trades it took. Maybe 3? Dead. We're dead. Guys, I'm going to quickly go eat lunch. I'll be back in a minute. Take a break, stretch your legs. But I've given you the totals. I'll be back in a bit.